and Aswaju called me. He says, Hajia, I said, sir. He said, I respect your stance on not accepting the appointment. I said, yes, sir, because I can't be a zombie. I just can't follow you because you said I should follow you. Let me know what you have for us up north. Because if I made a mistake on Buhari, with you, the truth is written on the horizon. So I have to know what you have for us. He said he's in London, that if I can, I should go over. He offered to buy me a ticket. I said, no, sir, I can afford a ticket. And then he said, can I get a hotel for you? I said, yes, that I will appreciate. I took the next Lufthansa to London. I saw him that same night, and we sat. And I said, sir, the reason why I'm not accepting your appointment is because I don't know what you have for us up north. Because in the north, every single person is either waiting to be killed or kidnapped. We can't go on like this. What is your blueprint for us? He told me that he doesn't have anything for us. I said, you mean, sir, you don't have a blueprint? He said, I can't have a blueprint because if I have a blueprint, I'll be stepping on too many toes and they might even kill me. This was what he said.
Hello, good day, SC viewers. This is Satellite Media. Let's look at what is happening in the country, particularly with respect to the recent cabinet reshuffle. We understand that the President, Senator Bola Tinubu, recently sanctioned or rather fired some ministers, and one name that was prominent in the new appointment has to do with the wife of the former warlord. I'm talking about Bianca OJUKWU, that is Bianca OJUKWU. And we have a situation where currently someone Ekpa is admonishing her because we understand that the southeastern part of the country, the Igbo, the Biafrans, have been agitating to secede from the country. And currently, the leader is in captivity. I'm talking about Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. And since he's in castration, someone Ekpa have been a piloting affair of the separationist group, the agitators. And from what someone Ekpa is saying, he's admonishing OJUKWU's wife, that is Bianca OJUKWU, to emulate an Hausa woman. I'm talking about Hajia, who at a point rejected appointment from Senator Bola Tinubu. And from the video you just watched, this woman was very emphatic why she will not accept any offer to serve in Tinubu's government. Let us start from the point where this lady obliged to see him in outside the country. But the woman was emphatic that she can pay her flight tickets. Of course, that's what she did according to her. And since this viral video have been in the public space, nobody have actually come out to refute her claim that she didn't put her bid to meet with the Mr. President outside the country. And secondly, she was emphatic that she cannot serve in Tinubu's government because according to him, that Buhari did not bring any development to the north. It's like Buhari's government was a wasted effort. Almost the whole 8 years of Buhari did not engender any meaningful development in the north, let alone in the south. And another issue has to do with insecurity because the woman was emphatic that in the north, it's either you are waiting to be killed or waiting to be kidnapped. Of course, we understand the importance of security of lives and property. The constitution is very clear on that. I think section 14 of 1999 constitution as amended is very clear on that. That the welfare of Nigerians and their security shall be the primary purpose of governance. And we have seen a situation where this government have not been able to address it. Even the former government of Muhammadu Buhari was not able to address it. Even currently, we have a Toji Bello who is a bandit leader who is wreaking havoc in different parts of the country, particularly in Zamfara State, where recently a video surfaced where he and his boys were celebrating seizure of a military vehicle, though the military have come out to clarify that the vehicle got stuck. But however I look at it, I think it is an international embarrassment because the military is seen as weak to the point that a non-state actor, or rather what the military will call that tag, is now taking possession of a military vehicle. That's why Nigerians are calling on the authorities, on the government, particularly the military, to wield its might, to use all its might to decimate all these bandits, all the terrorists who are wreaking havoc in different parts of the country. Then looking at the woman's disposition critically, the woman was very emphatic that he told the president to his face that I am not accepting this offer. Let me know the blueprint you have for us. Because we understand that any government that want to govern, anybody that want to govern, you must come up with a manifesto. You must come up with a program, because that will now make people to look at what you have for them to determine whether they will vote for you or not. And in this regard, according to the woman, that the president told him emphatically that he have no blueprint. Of course, he told her that he have no blueprint for the North. Of course, that according to him, that if he's to have blueprint for every strata of the society, that he may not survive it, that they may even come after him. But the point is, we are looking at integrity. We are looking at, because in this part of the world, it's unfortunate that Nigerians, politicians, seldom reject position. We understand the reason, because politicians, their only interest, the only thing they have permanent is interest. Once their interest is protected, they are not bothered, they will not be bothered about any other consideration. And of course, I think that is a major problem in our democracy and our politics. So what I'm saying in essence is, the woman was emphatic that she was not going to accept the position until she's aware, or she's made to know the position of the government, or the president rather, what is coming to the North. We understand that politics is interest-oriented by nature, and the whole essence of politics and democracy is for dividends of democracy. Of course, if you're in a government and you serve a government for 4 years, 8 years, as the case may be, your people will be asking you, what have you been able to attract as in terms of dividends of democracy to the people? Either by way of the project, developmental projects, by way of empowerment. In any case, dividend of democracy is a major area when it comes to do with people's representation. Even at the level of House of Assembly representation, at the level of senatorial representation, at the level of House of Representative representation, what people are looking at is, what is our stake? What are you going to get for us? That is why in most part of the world, when people form the opinion on who to vote for, they largely depend on the manifesto of all the candidates involved in the election. But unfortunately in Nigeria, manifestos seem not to play any major role, because you have a situation where the factors that shape election in this part of the world, of course, in most cases, they are outside the tenets of the democracy. You find out that at times, it has nothing to do with the rule of the game. We have seen instances where election will be manipulated. Of course, I think that is a major problem in this part of the world. And the last election, when INEC would have gotten it right, we understand that all stakeholders were resolute about how to manage the election, to the point that the former president, Muhammadu Buhari, signed into law, giving INEC the liberty to determine the mode of transmission of election results. But unfortunately, after INEC gave us the promise that they were going to transmit the election results electronically, at the nick of time, they reneged. And we understand that at the end of the election, different stakeholders, including international monetary organizations that monitor the election, were dissatisfied with the process. And we had a situation where Labour Party and its candidates are talking about to be PDP and its candidate Alhaji Atiku Abubakar pursue a legal case to the Supreme Court. But today, in the wisdom of Supreme Court, they have validated the election of Senator Ahmed Bola Tinubu as the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. But that notwithstanding, I think this is the right time for us stakeholders to come together to demand a review of that electoral act to deepen the democracy. I must say a very big thank you for your time. This is Satellite Media and Mr. Martin.